Hi Flosstube, this is Veronica with Night Stitch, and hi again. This is like the third take because the first time I forgot to hit record on my audio thing, and then anyway, I'm apparently forgetting how to start these things. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed my Halloween video, and so we'll just start with whips. I'm working on Patrick Bateman. I got from Cat's Cross Stitchery on Etsy. Where I am now, I filled in most of the bottom of the page down here, and then I've kind of been cross-country stitching a little bit throughout, just because now I have anchor points for stitches, so I'm not like as freaked out that I'm gonna miscount or put things in the wrong spot. So it's been going well, and I'm having lots of fun. So this is from Gina's Unique Boutique. This is from Needle Attractions, and I made this one. So there's that. My second whip is Wizard of Oz, a Sewing Seed, and I am working on Tin Man. That's also from Etsy. I have an addiction to Etsy patterns. So we have the Tin Man. He is hanging his head. I think Lego Batman is making this fabric really heavy. Okay, so Tin Man is, I think he had gotten his legs done since the last time we saw him, and I'm doing all of his accent pieces in Krynic. Oh, and I learned that the official way to say Krynic is Cry-Nick, because that's the person's name that makes the thread. So I thought I would try to pronounce it Krynic from now on, just because I know how annoying it is when people mispronounce my name. So the last thing I want to do is annoy someone, or annoy the person whose name is Krynic. Not that he'll ever watch this, but just because. So got that, and then both of the needle minders are from Needle Attractions. And this is 25 count Stormy Lugana. Stormy Clouds Lugana, I always say that wrong. And it's Zweigart, and it's the printed fabric, so it's white on the back and printed on the front. And I'm doing this 2/1 with a full cross. And I've been trying to rotate this with the Patrick Bateman one because I need to finish this before December, and I still have to do Dorothy, so I'm hoping, but I never had like a strict rotation before, but I'm trying out this thing where I'll like finish one strand of a thread on a project and then switch projects and then do the same back and forth, because I tried the timed method where you do like 30 minutes and you stitch for 30 minutes, but I kept like either not stopping when the alarm went off, or not being in a good place where I wanted to stop when the alarm went off. So then I just ended up stitching past the time that the timer said, and so I decided that wasn't working. So, but I feel like when I finish a strand of thread, it seems to me in my head to be more of like I'm at a stopping point, so I can switch projects. So that's what I've been doing. And those are the only two things I'm working on at the moment, because I finished my coffee one and I haven't started anything else yet. I kind of really want to start something else, but I don't really know what to start. I kitted up the sarcasm pattern from Peacock and Fig, which is, it just says sarcasm, the perfect answer to every stupid question in the middle, and then it's got flowers around it. And I'm going to use, like, I know what fabric and floss I want to use and whatever, but I haven't started it yet. So, but maybe that's the next one I'll start, just because it's kitted up. But I have a lot of patterns and I kind of want to stitch everything, and so it's just kind of a, I don't know what I want to do, I guess. I'm being indecisive, which is weird, but I guess that happens when you have a crap ton of patterns, so. Oh well. Okay, I've been playing with fabric dyeing, and I dyed two pieces. One is a piece that I have been dyeing repeatedly because I've tried different methods and I haven't really gotten anything that I wanted. Like, really, I wasn't satisfied with it, so I tried again to dye it, and it worked. I am happy with this. So I have pictures of what I did before, so I'll put that in here. But anyway, this is what it looks like now, and I really like it. It turned out awesome. It's mottled purple with hints of teal, and it is spectacular. I love this. This fabric started out its life as a oatmeal Ada, I believe. It's sort of this color, but without the purple in it. Yeah. It's for this kit. It came with this kit. I think it's this color. I haven't looked at the pattern for this, but I think these little lines are stitched. So the fabric was just the oatmeal, probably, the like neutral tan color, but now it's purple and I really like it. So because I was so successful with that, I tried dyeing something else. And you remember this I showed you in the last video, that like really large piece I cut it in half, so it's now 2 fat quarters instead of 1 fat half. And I dyed this one green. Well, I used blue and green dye, and it came out sort of teal, and it kind of looks different on both sides. I don't know. But it's really cool. It's antique white with teal on it. I don't know which side shows the color better, but it's awesome. I love it. So this also turned out really well, and I have a project in mind for this, but I am happy. So I have fabric now that's fancy. So, and then my last little bit of stuff to show you is I got 38.59 because I was missing that for my Patrick Bateman pattern, because of course when I went to buy all of the floss at Hobby Lobby had just everything except that color, and so I had to go to Joann's to get that color. But I think they do that on purpose because it's like, I don't know, maybe not, they're two different companies, but I feel like they'll stock different things so that you kind of have to shop at both places, which isn't a problem. Like, I like variety. So anyway, that's just my weird theory. But I got myself a pair of Ginger scissors because I had been using these really just cheap random scissors. They don't even have a brand on them. It literally just says stainless steel, and I don't even know. These came in a sewing kit my husband got me for Christmas, I think, but it had like the sewing machine bobbins and whatever, and these scissors came in it, and they're good for cutting the ends when I cross stitch, like the threads and stuff. But I used these to cut the even weave, and it was like chewing up the fabric. Like, literally, I could use this centerpiece to cut the fabric. Like, that was the only place it would cut, and it was ridiculous. So I was like, seriously, if I'm gonna get more fat halves of stuff and cut it down into fat quarters, I'm gonna need like real scissors. So I got these, and they're awesome. It's just the 8-inch knife blade dressmaker shears, and I love that it comes with this sheath in it. And so at the store, these came on a hook that were like security locked at Joann, and I asked the employee to like help me or whatever get them off, and I accidentally pronounced this wrong. I pronounced it ginger, like the spice, and so, but she knew what I was talking about, thankfully. But I learned to pronounce this properly now, so learning opportunity. Anyway, that's all that I have to show you. But I was gonna do a tag from, I believe it's Cat Crazy Creations, and it's the Joy of Cross Stitch tag. So the first question is, how did you learn to stitch? And my answer is my mom. When I was a teenager, she taught me how with a kit that I bought, and yeah, that was basically it. There's not much to say about that, I guess. Have you ever taught anyone how to stitch? I have not. I've discussed cross stitch with my sister-in-law, and she has like one project, but she's kind of just figuring it out for herself. So sometimes I give her like tips and stuff for what I do, but I don't think she's like serious like I am. So, but you know, whatever. It works. So I guess my official answer is no, I've never taught anyone how. Number 3 is, when you stitch, do you like to watch TV, listen to music, or just have quiet? I watch FlosStube like a crazy person. I have since finished watching everything from Gemstitch, Beckisland, Kate the Queen of Starts, Katie the Stash Queen, Jessie Marie Does Stuff. Like, I've watched everything on their channel, and like Katie the Stash Queen and Jessie Marie Does Stuff have like in the hundreds number of videos, and I watched everything, and I'm like, I need more. So yeah, I'm crazy. But now I'm currently watching Stitcherista, So that's fun too. Otherwise, I'll watch things that I don't really need to pay too close of an attention to. So, like, there's a show on Netflix called Murder Maps, and it's basically one of those reenactment crime shows about England, like London, back in the day when there were a lot of murders or whatever. So it's like a narrator, and he's talking about what happened, and then there's these like cheesy reenactments and stuff. So it's like I don't have to pay too close of an attention to that, but I can still just like listen and know what's happening. Another thing I watch is Chef's Table. It's like that too, but it's just they follow a bunch of different chefs in every episode. There's one chef and they tell their story about how they opened their restaurant or whatever. That one I don't have to pay too close attention to either. And sometimes I'll watch stuff that I have seen multiple times, like on TV and stuff from like years ago. So I have been watching CSI Miami on Hulu. And yeah, so number 4, when you use a kit, which company or companies do you like the best? I usually go for Dimensions kits, and I think it's just because they're the ones that are really prominent, like those are the ones that are everywhere. I know there's some like Design Works, which I did, the coffee one was Design Works. The Life in the Moment one I showed you just before in this video is also Dimensions. So, yeah, I'll say Dimensions. What are your favorite designs to stitch? Okay, so I really like full coverage things because I like confetti, and I know I'm insane when I say that, but that's okay because I know that I am, and I'm fine with that. So I like things, I like Hades, I like things that are a little geeky, like things that are related to TV shows and movies, and I like to stitch words too, because both of my projects that I have finished have had words on them. The ocean one had ocean written up the side, and then the coffee one was all words, and Life in the Moment is all words, and yeah, I like words. I have a lot of things in my wish list that are Americana words or movie stuff, so pretty sure those are my go-to things to do when I stitch. And then full coverage. If it's full coverage, I'm probably going to enjoy it. How do you get ideas or inspiration for your project? Most of the time it's just, like I said before, movies or TV stuff that I really like. So I already really like it. So it's like I am drawn to it, I guess. But I guess for the Wizard of Oz thing for like a gift or whatever, I will kind of look at what the person likes. I mean, I feel like that's kind of obvious. But okay, so for this Wizard of Oz one, it's actually charted like 4 different patterns, I guess. So you like finish them individually, but I was like, but I want to finish them all together, so. And I guess the inspiration for that was just I don't want to give my friend 4 different things. I just wanted it to give her like one big present. So yeah, I don't know. That's a weird answer, but that's okay because I'm weird. So number 7 is how do you store or keep your charts? And I brought this over. It's my pattern binder, and you can see my mouse pad in the reflection. It's just a black 3-ring binder, and I have this tab here to separate the whips from the starts, or the just patterns in the stash, I guess. And I have them in sheet protectors so that they're contained. And I just put them like that, so they're all safe and sound in there. And then I have whips behind the tab. So I'm working on Paid, Egyptian Queen, and apparently that's it right now. The other ones I have, like the Patrick Bateman one, I also printed out, but like I took out the plastic sheet, like the folder thing, like the Haid one. Haid one's in this folder thing, so I just took out the folder and then I keep it with me in my stitchy spot, and then I can just go from there. And then the Wizard of Oz is actually a color pattern, like it's got the colors in it instead of black and white, and I can't really highlight easily with that or color pencil over that, so I have that one in a PDF in my tablet, and I just mark it that way because it's a lot easier to see where I actually am. Okay, do you stitch for yourself or to give to others? And my answer to that is both, because I don't mind stitching for other people, but I like to stitch and have things in my house too, because why not? Like, I live here, I should stitch things for myself because I need to make my house pretty. And hey, I just noticed the O in my Hollywood is off the wall. I need to fix that. Yeah, I stitch for myself too because I want to have things that are pretty in my house to look at. When you take your cross-stitch projects in the car to appointments or traveling, how do you carry all your supplies? I don't actually take my cross-stitch anywhere because whenever I go somewhere, I'm usually like occupied. So like I'll go to the grocery store, so then I'll have to be grocery shopping, and I don't know, I just don't, I guess. And I get motion sickness in the car if I read. So if I'm looking at something really intently and I need to concentrate on it in the car, I'll get motion sick, so I tend not to do stuff like that if I can avoid it. And all my projects are really huge, like I guess the Wizard of Oz one isn't, but again, motion sickness. So, but like the Patrick Bateman one has like 100 colors, and I have it in this giant. I have the floss in this giant double-sided bobbin box. I'm not gonna take that in the car. That's silly. So I think because I have very large projects and I get motion sick in the car, I just don't stitch in the car. I don't really have a lot of appointments either, and so I don't do that. Not the thing, I guess. Number 10 is, what do you enjoy most about stitching? This is the last question. I like that it's therapeutic, because there have been times where I have been not happy with the internet or the news or people in general, and I really just want to hit something. But I'll cross stitch, and then it'll like calm me down and it'll help me focus on the thing I'm working on. Like I have to concentrate on the pattern to make sure I put the stitch in the right place and all that good stuff. So then I stop thinking about the ridiculousness that I don't need to be thinking about, because seriously, like I don't need to think about that. Like really, my world is fine. Like I don't need the stupid propaganda nonsense to eat into my head and make me crazy. So cross stitch is therapeutic. That's what I enjoy most about it. So, okay, that's the end of the tag. So that's the end of my stuff for now. I do have plans to do Stitch Mania next year and the Winter Olympics SAL next year. I also want to do the Clouds Factory SAL if they do one again. I'm looking forward to that. I don't really have any doubts that they'll email me with their new stuff, or that probably Stitch Mania, somebody will like announce it or something. But I'm like excited, so I'm looking forward to that. I think I have everything finalized for those plans, but things do change. I did change something this morning, because you know how May 4th is May the 4th be with you, like the Star Wars parody or whatever. I was gonna get a Star Wars chart from Pixel Power, but then I decided, since I haven't bought it yet, maybe I should just wait. And I actually have a Star Wars pattern from Mo Sale, the May the Floss Be With You, so I think I'm just gonna do that instead and just put the Pixel Power one off for later, because I wanted to do their 5 patterns for $15 or $10 or something. I don't know. They have some sale. It's this big banner on their website. I'm sure you know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Oh, another little piece of haul. I got 2 digital patterns. It's a store called Lolita Made on Etsy, and she sells cross stitch patterns, and she has buy one get one free sale. So I bought the Polygonal Batman, which is, I think, it's Christian Bale, I believe, because I think it is. Anyway, it's Batman, but it's got like different angled shapes and stuff that make up the Batman figure, and it's all different colors, and it's really very cool. So I bought that, and then for my free pattern I got the House Targaryen banner from Game of Thrones, and I'm really excited to do that one. So yeah, that's some little haul that I got. And other than that, I think I'm done now. So I'll see you guys on the next video. Bye.